Alright, y'all, so this is going to be the video I was talking about doing out of New York. Now, this is going to be about Andrew Cuomo slams Mayor de Blasio and the NYPD handling the riots. Now, Andrew Cuomo on Tuesday slammed New York City Mayor de Blasio handling of riots. Said the NYPD and the mayor did not do their job last night. I believe that Cuomo said of the mayor. Now, since Cuomo spoke after another night of devastation and the Big Apple after protests in response to the death of George Floyd again developed into riots and looting. New York City Police Department tells Fox News that 700 arrests were made overnight. Half dozen police officers were injured while at least 6 police vehicles were vandalized. Now, that being said, yeah, you might have, a bunch of police officers, okay? He says he needs to put more police. You have 38,000 NYPD people. Okay, you have 38,000 NYPD people. And that's fine and everything. But the police are overwhelmed right now. Like, they were getting call. And I watched it on the TV, okay? The scanner was just going off. Like, you couldn't even get to the call before you got another call. And you get that call, by the time you got to the actual first call, you don't have like 20 more calls come in. You can only do so much as a department. And the thing is, you gotta have officers, rotating. You can't just have all of them out there on one night. Okay, yeah, that's fine. You have all these officers out one night, okay? What are you gonna do the next day? Some of these officers are still responding to just calls that they would normally respond to, domestic related calls, traffic accidents, stuff like that, okay? Plus the riots. What you need to do is just send the National Guard, okay? The police are the police. They're overwhelmed. There's only so much you can do with that. Yeah, I don't understand. Now, de Blasio earlier Tuesday announced that the city's curfew will be extended through the end of the week, following yet another night of looting, destruction, and vicious attacks on police officers. Okay, as far as these curfews go, I get putting them in place as you can say, but hey, yeah, I put these curfews and these orders in place. Okay, that's great, that's cool, that's fine, whatever case. But it's not doing nothing. Look at all these places that have curfews. Like, the people don't follow them. People are like, hey, curfew, let me go ahead and break that and add another charge. But I get that it's there, so you can say like, hey, they'll be arrested for breaking curfew. Now, in New York City, that probably won't matter because they'll be released again. And while I'm talking about that, a police officer, he was one of the top cops there. He was saying on the TV that why are we even arresting these people if y'all gonna let them back out? They out here assaulting us, burning down cars, burning down police departments, churches, looting, stealing, but yet at the same time, we arrest them, okay, and you let them right back out. What's the point of us being out here, Now, it says the decision to order residents to stay indoors from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. comes as de Blasio simultaneously urged local community leaders to not let outsiders attack by stepping forward, creating peace, and taking charge of the neighborhoods. The Democratic administration so far has failed to stop revoking bans of looters from ransacking from chain stores to mom and pop businesses in recent days. Now, again, 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. If they're out there looting, running over police officers, shooting police officers, throwing bricks, bottles, what case may be, they're not going to listen to the stay indoors order from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. People want to do it with coronavirus, okay? And half people don't even believe that it's real or that serious. So what makes you think they're going to do it now? The people you want to stay inside are the ones that are looting and shooting and all that. So you really think they're going to follow that? No. Now, as far as, leaders stepping up, there have been leaders stepping up, trying, backing people up in the protest, backing them up from the police and defending the police. But, 90% of them, are just there, causing destruction. Now, we're going to ensure there are additional NYPD resources where they are needed. De Blasio told reporters Tuesday while announcing a curfew extension. We're going to work actively and strategically to stop any disorder, but again, community leaders need to be part of this effort. Again, additional NYPD officers, that's great. But, you just need to go ahead and send the National Guard. Be done with it. As far as the community leaders go, they can only do so much. I mean, you know what? At the end of the day, people are going to do what they want to do. Just like there's a law not to murder people, okay? But look at last night. We had 4 officers shot in St. Louis, okay? 5 officers ran over in 2 different areas in New York. Officers shot and had in Las Vegas, and that's not including all the fireworks, burning, looting, all that. I mean, think about that. Like, these people don't care. Now, when de Blasio was asked by a reporter if he intends to call in the National Guard for help, as many governors across the U.S. done in hopes to quote writing linked to George Floyd, demonstrates that he poured cold water on the idea. We do not need, nor do we think it's wise for the National Guard to be in New York City, nor any armed forces, he said. When outside armed forces go into communities, no good comes out of it. Now, armed forces, the police are armed, okay? Now, I get that they do know New York City obviously better than the National Guard might, but you have National Guard in New York City. Now, you want to call in National Guard during coronavirus. Okay, why not now? Coronavirus isn't, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's serious, but these protests and riots are a lot more serious than the coronavirus was. That's just my personal opinion on that. Now, New York City implemented its first curfew in decades Monday night around 11 p.m., but before that even went into effect, looting was well underway, particularly in the Manhattan, Bronx boroughs. That's another thing now. You got all these curfews in place. By 11 p.m., most of these people are already looting before 11 p.m. This starts right when it gets dark. And last night it started about 4 or 5 o'clock, and went overnight until about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. But in most part, it starts when it starts getting dark, so about, say, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, depending on where you are. Now, I don't get how the National Guard is not a good idea, in your opinion. But, you are the governor, you do you. I think the National Guard would be a great idea. I really do. Obviously, more officers is a great idea. But, y'all let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Again, any videos y'all want me to do on the protest, definitely let me know. I will try and bring that to y'all. And thank y'all for watching.